This morning I went to the Marshfield County Commissioners meeting they held at the high school in Marshfield about the data center they want to put in over in Webster County. They held it in the high school auditorium and there wasn't an empty seat in the whole place. It was full, so I don't know, 300 people more. The lady that was, I got there a little bit late because I thought it was at the courthouse, but the lady whose website, and I'll post a link up here, and she was speaking when I got there. I don't even think she's from Missouri, but she must live in Webster County somewhere. The name of the company that wants to build the data center is called Lumon. The company is called Lumon. They've got more than one. You can find their website online. I don't know if this guy was with them because he was just wearing a hat and a t-shirt. So I don't know if he's with the construction company. Honestly, I don't know what his role was. Well, like I said, it was packed. And there was a fair amount of just what you expect. Just people yelling out cat calls and not contributing anything constructive to the proceeding, but there were mostly people that were, I would say most people were like me. They were there to listen, wanted to know what was going on, and so of several people that spoke, the one guy that was impressive, he said he lived like 2,500 feet away from the place. They hired a lawyer to draft a moratorium, and he said, as of 8 this morning, each of you should have gotten this document that all you need to do is sign. It's already drafted. I'm sorry about the ducks. I can't do anything about it. Oh yeah, one other thing. The guy from the electric company, although he really didn't have anything to add substantially to the table, while he was speaking, somebody yelled something to him, and I didn't hear what it was, but he kind of looked like a deer in headlights, and come to find out, the guy asked, was there an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement that Webster Electric signed? And he said, yeah, there was. And so right away, everybody was thinking, well, what is this? Why would anybody need an NDA for a project? So that's one thing to remember. They've done some good homework because this place is right there off of 44, and they've got a substation already there. And I know it's zoned industrial because there's a plant right there. It's like a construction company, nothing major, but they know what they did their homework, and that's the thing. So anyway, a lady came up and she said, look, there's no reason why, if everything's kosher, that we can't do a 1-year moratorium so we can get some of the answers to some of these things. She said, because you guys haven't really told us anything. And she was right. They hadn't really said anything at all. It was just hand waving. This was interesting. A guy came up, probably a little older than me, and he said he had worked 18 years with USA Today, and he had worked on all kinds of data centers and had helped build the submarine USS, I believe it was Nebraska, I think. Anyway, he was saying, so I have some hands-on experience with thermodynamics. And he said, look, if you're going to do a 10 megawatt closed loop water system, that's fine, but where's the heat go? He's going to go one or two places. Either going in the ground or it's going in the air. And the guy was standing right there. I don't know if it's a contractor or who, but he goes, he must have said it's going to be fans. He said, great, that's fine. Fans are fine, he said, but here's the thing. Fans make a lot of noise. one girl came up. She looked like, or she sounded. I mean, she was Latina because I could tell from her accent. Plus, she looked it, and she had she had her T's crossed and I's dotted too, because she had the code pulled up for the Missouri revised statutes, and she had a code. I think the must have been an attorney up there too, like the county attorney. But anyway, she said, "Look, what about this code?" And the guy said, "Yeah, we've got to check into that. That's something we haven't done as of today." But he said, "Yeah, well, that's definitely going to be a thing. So that's a state issue." And this is going to be a state issue because really, I don't think the county commissioners knew anything about it because they don't have any jurisdiction. I mean, they don't have any zoning anywhere. That's why people like it here. I mean, but when it comes to zoning, you know, what they're typically talking about, or I didn't mean to say zoning. In other words, they don't have any inspections. So anybody can do what they want to do. They don't have any jurisdiction. He said, if you guys, you know, there was one guy, he kind of looked like Uncle Jesse from Dukes of Hazzard. He was very antagonistic toward the crowd, and I don't know, I think this guy seems like he would cut off his nose to spite his own face. But he kept pointing out that, you know, kind of belittling. He had a very, he did not seem like he was in the crowd's corner at all. But anyway, he kept saying, this is a third tier county, and we don't have anything to say about what anybody builds or does on their property and blah, blah, blah. And he's right, and that is the reason people don't want planning and zoning, because what it boils down to is they just, you know, they want you to get a permit to put a screen, put a screen on your back porch. This isn't that. This is a large commercial project. Whoever located this spot, they knew what they were looking for. Now, one thing people did howl about a lot was the guy who, I guess he was a construction. I'm going to put his name is Clint. I'll put his name up here right now because I'd have to go look it up. But anyway, so I don't know if he's a construction project manager or what. I don't think he was with the outfit, Lumons, the end, you know, the owner. I just don't know. But anyway, a lot of people, when he came on, he started talking, and he had some, he was doing good there for a while, and but anyway, he said a well had to go down. It would be a residential style well, 20 GPM, and I did the math real quick. That's over 10.5 million gallons a year if it's 24/7. But anyway, he said the well would go down 500 feet, and everybody howled because the typical depth of a well around here is between 2 and 3. So people started yelling like, yeah, the only reason you're going down 500 feet because you're going to drop the water table. Who knows? How did he even know? How was he aware of the well? I was like, that was the thing. That was kind of the thing the whole while. It's like, some of y'all, not the commissioners per se, but the power company and the guy that was representing the Clint guy, they knew more about it than, it was obvious they knew more about it than the commissioners. I really don't think, I think the commissioners were caught off guard. I know one specifically was, he didn't say much, but at the time that he did say something, that he was basically asking them a question. He said, hey, where can we check out a footprint the size of this one's going to be? Is there any comparable sized plants or data centers in Missouri we can check out. Anyway, that's the report on the meeting today held in Marshfield about the data center in Webster County. Thanks for watching.